I'm not sure.
I think he means the laser eyes from the penguin.
Oh, okay. I that was the first time I found a program like that where you type in like you type in something and the computer draws it for you. So I was just having fun with that like for like a whole hour just typing in all kinds of madness. That's cool though. I didn't know that was like a thing. Like I thought that was only like for people who had like really fast computers or something.
Don't ask me. I'm no expert.
You never tried that? Oh, dude. If you ever get a chance, download Carvana. I think it is. You can download it on your phone or your laptop, whatever. It has a little feature where it says draw your own, right? And you just write whatever you want. Like sometimes some things it'll get, some things it won't. But it's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious the little things that it comes up with. So I was like, ooh, let me make like a custom thumbnail for ZX, right? Um, and I was like, I'm gonna do spaghetti tacos, a spaghetti taco farm, because you know how he's always doing the farm game. Uh, I'll do a spaghetti taco farm with penguins, and I got some
Came
crazy.
back with came back with penguins staring at a bowl of spaghetti. Nakoti's saying your audio is low.
Oh, my audio's low. Okay, hang on one second. Let me just go ahead and see if I can
Yeah, and
raise
I'm
that up.
I'm hearing a I'm hearing an echo from somewhere, which is quite strange.
Yeah, it might be me. It might be me. I, my laptop's in the shop right now. And basically that's as easy as I could put it. I basically just I think I'm gonna get a new one because my other one I don't know it kind of crapped out on me I guess. But I have warranty on it, so they picked it up and I'm supposed to be getting one. I thought I was gonna get it today because I got the notification saying that I had it like close by or whatever, but I haven't received it yet. I know by now all the deliveries have come already, so I doubt that I'll get it for today. But yeah, I'm using my phone right now, so hopefully this is not too much trouble for anybody.
Oh, well, if you're using a phone, then that's there's bound to be problems somewhere.
Yeah, and yeah. I didn't want it this way.
Is anybody else picking up on a feedback of me?
I am not picking up your feedback. It might be you might be picking up mine, but we may not be able to hear it. Like it might be only on your side.
Yeah, because I'm only hearing me. So
Maybe the delay, because like I'm on the phone and you're on a PC.
well, yeah, very old one.
I am
Very
getting a
old one.
double back on the bearded weirdo.
And I'm getting double on UZX, but not with Yeri.
I'm also getting double on me, but not with Yeri. Jerry.
So is it my fault or is it your guys' fault?
uh, I'm checking all my what's open at the moment.
The real question
Well,
is the audience hears it? Because I don't, I mean, if you guys can deal with it and as long as the audience doesn't hear it, I'm fine.
Let me close my OBS real quick, see if it's my OBS.
It could be. I don't have any OBS open because I'm on a phone.
Let's try that out. Does it still
Ooh,
echo?
you're loud now.
oh wow, you came back loud.
Well, yeah.
Cause
There's a noise cancellation on my OBS that's very good. So when I turn it off, it does come back much louder.
Uh,
but does it sound
I
better on
still
your
have
part?
the echo though, so it's not the OBS.
Oh, then obviously it's me. Hang on one second. Let me fix that. Yeah, guys, I was hoping to have my laptop by now so I could
I didn't even
listen to
realize
like
we're live at this moment. Hello, everybody. I thought we were backstage.
I try to copy Joe Rogan when he gets his guests off guard. How am I doing now, guys?
You sound fine. I think you've been sounding fine. I didn't hear myself echo back. Well, now I can't hear. Dr. Nimrod.
Okay. Did you mute yourself?
Yeah, he
No,
might be
I'm
working.
settings.
The thing is that for me, both of you have sounded just fine. Like it hasn't. I haven't heard no echo. You guys are coming in loud and clear. Um, seems like everything's fine, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go with it.
Is it
Hello,
like for you? Is it
conspiracy
like
music.
and Nicody? Oh, it's echoing for you guys, Nicody. That's what I care. That's what matters to me. If it bothers you guys, but I really don't hear anything.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go with hearing myself twice.
So yeah, as I was mentioning, there's something missing from that thumbnail, and it wasn't Dr. Nimrod, even though Dr. Nimrod was missing. The thing I find that was missing is those penguins were a little bit confused. Don't they understand
Ah,
the idea of spaghetti tacos is to put it on tacos and not on a box?
it's because I was trying to do the best. Like I was trying to find the best illustration for Spaghetti Taco Farm ran by penguins.
It come out pretty good. I'm just being silly, you know.
oh, you should have seen the monsters things that it created. It made some great. One of them, and I'll get them together and I'll share them with you because one of them was it made the penguins have like spaghetti arms, and then another one where like there was two penguins that were kind of like molded together. It was funny, man. I was having so much fun with that program. It was hilarious.
Yeah, so some of those AI art come out kind of messed up in hilarious ways.
Oh, well, some of them are disturbing. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them are kind of weird. Like one of them had a like I guess the penguin had spaghetti eyes or something, and it looked really disturbing. But dude, it's good stuff. I was saying Dr. Nimrod, he should check like on Carvana. I think you can do it on Carvana. There's a couple other you know thumbnail editing things that have them, but it was pretty cool. Uh, I kind of did it on the fly too because I was playing so much that I didn't realize how much time I had left to put that together. So I was like, oh man, let me put that together.
Hey, now
um,
careful what you say. Lisa's here. I mean,
oh,
Secret Agent 33 or whatever the hell her number is.
thanks for stopping by, Lisa.
Hello, Agent
Uh,
33333 369.
oh, we had actual serial numbers. Is
She
that the badge
was
number?
she was 368 for a while, but then she earned it back.
Oh, so the higher you go, I'm confused now. It's not like the stonecutters where the lower the number is, the higher you are. All right, whatever. Just
It's
little
like
hints
Steve
there.
Wozniak having the employee number one.
Yep. Um. Well.
Hey, Jerry.
And huh? Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you try muting your mic to see if it is you that's creating the echo?
Is
You know,
that what
like
you wanted me to
mute your
do?
mic for a minute and I'll blab on for a second. If it continues to echo, then we have no clue what it is.
Sure. I could do that. I could do that. 1 second.
So, Dr. Nimrod, how are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. I think it is Yeri because you're not echoing
Yep.
anymore.
No more echo. The echo is all gone, so it's definitely airy over there.
Yep.
You're not forgiven. You're not forgiven at all.
Jeez. You know what? I'm gonna kick myself out of my own stream. Okay.
Get some headphones, dude.
I am. I have them. I have headphones. I'm gonna get some better ones right now. Give me 1 second, okay, guys? Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna put a better headset on.
It's our stream now.
Fun. Yeah, I plan on doing a little thing with a sovereign citizen chick, and there's going to be like a couple of I'm thinking maybe over the next few days, I'm going to have some subsets that are they get lucky once and then they lose that luck the next time.
Yeah, like I've seen some things with police stopping sov shits, and it's just like, why do they let them get away the first time with a warning? I mean, if you tried any of that stuff here in Europe, you'd be like, it's instant. You don't get a second chance.
It does seem like they give them a lot of breaks and spend way too much time running in circles with them before they actually ticket them or
Did the echo come
Yeah,
back?
yeah, the echo
yep,
came back.
but not as bad as it was before. But yeah,
Okay.
no, you don't
Okay, it's
get you
obvious that
don't
I
get that
suck.
with.
Hang on.
Yeah, you
Hang
don't
on.
really get that with European police anymore. They got new laws to stop all of that nonsense because there was an awful lot of that nonsense going on. So they created laws.
So, Nakoti, do you know why 6 was afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
How old are you again, ZX? 4, 5?
Somewhere around there.
I know. I heard that. That was just wrong. That was just wrong.
Yeah, what was it? I heard a great one on Instagram the other day. What's 6.9?
Go on.
It's a good time ruined by a period.
Oh boy.
Wow.
You know what? I actually like that one a little bit better.
Yes.
That's still childish, though.
It is. Uh, well, I guess we should get to the subject of our stream here.
Oh, you mean
And
we're here
I'm
for
gonna
something?
Oh, wait,
yes,
what?
believe it or not, and you know what? I'm gonna ask somebody, what do you guys? Because like I said, I hate that I was expecting my laptop to be here and it's not, and so I'm gonna ask one of you guys if you guys could share the screen on this one. I did um ZX send you the video that I was checking out
Oh,
um
I
typing
can
him up.
share it.
Yeah,
No,
my
Oh, I got
I
computer
you.
didn't.
won't do that.
No, I didn't send him the video. I can share it. I didn't realize I was doing that.
It's cool. It's cool. I wasn't expecting you to. I just like I said I again I thought for sure I was gonna have it because I got the UPS notification yesterday, so I figured I was gonna get it by this morning. But
I didn't save the video, so I'm hoping this doesn't create a loud a lag. I mean
oh, a lag.
echo, more echo. But we'll try it and see how that works. Oh,
Hey,
I
it's
got
not
to
a
open
Jerry
up.
can
it's not
just
a
mute for.
Jerry stream without the echo. It's not a
Hey,
Jerry stream without the echo.
yeah, Jerry can just mute himself for the rest of the stream so we have no echo.
For
Oh, I
sure,
gotta
Doctor
pull up
Nimrod. Anything else I could do for you?
Discord.
Buy me a new computer that works.
All right, for
Oh,
sure.
I'm
Hold on,
on.
let me put that on the Christmas list.
Pull this up here.
And now we wait for ZX to do his wonderful taking.
Oh, he's good at that.
Mm.
Aren't we all?
Well, well, he doesn't. Let me just go ahead and say. See, I was I've been trying to figure out like what exactly I want, where I want to go with my channel because like it's not that like I've always had a thing for the going up against the frauditors and all this stuff or whatever, but I never felt original about it. I also never felt like anything that like and not without like stirring up anything, but I never really felt like I had anything more to offer than an actual opinion, you know based on the general public. You know what I mean? Like I'm not arrogant enough to think that I have any kind of like legal or like anything up here where I could say like I know exactly what I'm talking about. So I never felt comfortable being in that space. So like I was thinking to myself, what is it that like I was really passionate about as far as like when it came to talking about them and stuff like that. And it really what it is, what gets me going about them is the stuff that they say that I know that is egregiously not true, right? That you don't see in reality, the things that are like not what we go through as people every day. And so I started associating this with things that I was watching like on the internet, and one of the things that like really gets to me is these things that people talk about. Like I know that the things like Bermuda Triangle have been like debunked, right? Like there's like like that's like like years already that's been debunked and stuff like that. But you still hear like these stories like of curse this and like uh the thing that people talk about like like something that's sacred or whatever and stuff like that. And like I wonder to myself, like, are these things actually that, or do we just put it in our head, right? So like I think about it in the sense like, can you really have bad luck, or are you just going through a set of circumstances that are bad and you just attributed them to bad luck? You know what I mean? Or
I
or
think
can
it.
you be?
I think it is more that we attribute things with being bad luck because we have a run of bad things happen to us, and we hyper focus on the bad thing rather than on the good things that happen to us every day. And it's the same with superstitions. Like Halloween, for example, which is coming up now, which is Irish. It's a massive superstition here in Ireland which goes back centuries, and we still follow it and still like. I'm not into that sort of thing really, but I'll get down with it, no problem. Christmas is another one of those things. Christmas is another pagan holiday that's come to us through many, many different changes and superstitions that people have. If you're a bad boy, Santa won't come to you and leave you a lump of coal. If you are a bad boy or girl, it's something that's taught to us by our parents, and we refuse to change those thoughts because it was something that was taught to us from the very beginning as being the 100% absolute truth, and
And
it's not.
yeah, and I agree with that assessment of it. But you see, the thing is that like I don't what really like gets to me sometimes is like, how is it that like I see a lot of people who are like skeptical, or like they have like logical thinking minds and stuff like that, but they'll still you'll see them caught up in certain superstitions, right? Like like I find myself always doing superstitions that are gambling superstitions. Um,
Like you knock
uh,
on wood or you kiss a baby or something like that. You
yeah,
believe it
exactly.
brings you
Right,
good
there
luck.
are random superstitions like that people do get wrapped up into.
And we're all human and we can have this duality of thinking. We can have the logical selves and we can have our non logical selves. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you don't believe that actually kissing the baby is what made you win. It might have just been linked to you winning,
Right,
you know?
right. But tell me it's not difficult to like disassociate that sometimes when you're like you just finished doing something, like say you tipped your dealer, right? And you're like, oh, that's good for you, right? And then you get like a big win and you're like, was it because I tipped him? Had I not tipped them, would that have happened, right? Like
Well,
th- th-
I,
th-
I, I'll give you a really good story, right? The first and only time I played blackjack or poker or whatever the hell you want to call it, 21s or whatever. I was in a club in Sweden, and I just thought, hell, I'll put 500 crowns in. If I lose it, I would have lost it anyway buying drink. So what's the worst that can happen? And I didn't know what I was doing because I've never really gambled before as such. I mean, I might put a penny, in a family game or whatever. But yeah, so I put 500 crowns down on the table. She gave me chips, and I asked her to explain to me how to do it. And she walked me through the game, and I tried to raise it. Go, you can't raise it that much because of the law. I was like, well, how much can I raise it? Well, you can raise it this amount. And I was like, well, then I'll raise it that amount. And guess what I got? On the first hand I was dealt, I got a king and an ace.
it
So I
happens
more than
sometimes.
I doubled my money immediately, and I thought, no, that's it, right? Doubled me money,
Oh.
grand. There's the tip for the girl. How do I cash these? How do I cash these chips out? Oh, well, you go to the bar and you can get free drink for it. It's just like, So the money I put in, I would have spent on drink anyway because when you cash the chips out, you get alcohol. So it's just like, hey.
No,
That's
no,
crazy, man.
I get kind of wrapped up in some. I guess it's not really. Maybe it is superstition, but I just feel sometimes when you say certain things, it's extremely odd that that exact thing happens, and
it,
and,
it,
and
it, yeah, it's
it's
that
not
speak of the
like
devil.
Yes, it's not like it's something always negative. Sometimes it's great things that happen. An example would be I was wanting to find a ball jar for my experiment because I didn't have any ball jars. And, I wanted to make sure it was a ball mason jar because the masons are always pushing the ball. So I was talking, I think I mentioned it on a stream and was talking to my caregiver or my patient about it. And like almost magically in my house, there was a mason ball jar. And I don't recall ever owning a ball mason jar. I'm sure I did, but it's just really weird how that turned out.
I know
Just forget
nobody
you
was
have these
expecting
things.
this. I know nobody was expecting this. That hot ball mason jar talk, but you get it here. Just so you know, I know you guys weren't expecting it, but you get that hot mason ball jar right here. This is where you get that exclusive uh content.
Well, there's always that one of, you speak of the devil, which we do an awful lot here in Ireland. There's huge amounts of superstitions going on here in Ireland. And I've done it so many times. I'd be talking about somebody, and next thing they call at the door. And I'm going, what the fuck? Speak the devil, and they appear. It's just like, how the hell? I was just talking about you.
Oh man, that sucks when you're doing like some gossip, right? When you're talking about somebody, you're oh shit.
Oh. Yeah, but I know it has nothing to do with me talking about them, because
You're
that would
right, of
just
course.
be completely illogical. It just so happened that they chose the right time, and maybe I was thinking about them a little bit more often,
Well, yeah, well,
or a little bit
that's the
more, or
thing.
something. I don't know.
That's the thing about this video that I was watching. Like this guy is telling these stories, right? These stories about a cursed chest and or like a man that was supposedly cursed or whatever, right? And he's talking about these different events that happened through time, and the way he puts it, he's like he attributes everything to like the cursed thing or the thing that has the bad luck or whatever, right? But I mean, all you got to do is break it down, like like when
Sorry,
you're
guys, I
thinking of
ran
having.
off to grab more coffee.
It's all right.
You tell us before you go get coffee. Gosh darn
You need
it!
permission to leave.
But yeah, so I'm listening to this guy talk about the curse thing or whatever, but it just it's like I was like, why would anybody think that these things are cursed? I mean, you and you guys will hear he's telling the story, and these stories go on for years and years and years, and he attributes like a death to it, and he attributes to like somebody's niece getting sick or whatever, and it's like maybe like there's just like a bad timing or whatever. I don't know, like why do you automatically go to it being this one thing and nothing bad, right?
Well, it's like I was saying earlier on with bad luck. You attribute bad luck to the bad things that are happening, that are bigger than all the good things that are happening in your life. And so, if you want to find the reason for what the accursed object is delivering bad luck into your life, you will find those reasons if you look hard enough and ignore all the other things that happen to you. So yeah, I just won a lottery ticket, but I my leg just fell off. It must be because I bought a cursed glass of vodka.
Well, yeah, exactly. Hello, Katie Zed. So the video's down there. I don't know if you were, you know, you got to pull it up
Oh, hi,
before I can
Katie.
play it.
Just quick. Yeah, yeah. The job has been busy, busy. I don't have time for nothing. But I'm happy because it's like it's better to be busy than not busy. You know what I mean? The idle hands and all that stuff. It's just good to have work. When you have work, it's like things. The day is shorter. Um, there's less things to worry about, and you have more fun with things because it's like you're not stressed out about financial situations and stuff like that. Um, it's been probably the best thing that's happened to me is have a job that I do now because like I said, they rely on me a lot to work, and you know it's putting me in a good place and I like it. So um Yeah, thank you for asking about it. And we can, and I don't know, maybe I'm on a string of good luck here. Maybe I'm having good luck, guys.
Well, if you should always look for the good things that are happening in life because we all have good things and bad things that happen to us, and good luck overall is what you make it.
I
It's like,
agree.
are you an optimist or a pessimist or a realist? This glass isn't half empty, it's not half full. It means that there's room to top it up.
Yeah, more beer.
Is there vodka in that glass?
Maybe.
Well, if you want, you can go ahead and start playing the video, Z's.
Oh, you got to pull it up. You got to pull it up on your
Oh,
end. I
right.
can play it once you pull it up.
It's been a while. Okay, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's why it was sitting down there. I wasn't like holding it. Nope, nope. Just gonna leave it there, sitting down there
No,
for you guys to see,
no,
but nobody
no. You don't.
else.
I don't want. If you're not gonna let me have coffee, I don't want to share my screen. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, so you want me to start playing it?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, and yeah, let him have his intro and stuff like that because I haven't even put the. I put a really nice description, and guess what? It didn't even stay. I don't even want to talk about it.
Number 3, The Conjured Chest. Beverly Main Kienzle grew up with a mahogany chest that has been dubbed one of the deadliest pieces of furniture in the world. The Conjured Chest was created sometime around 1830 in Kentucky, possibly in Meade County.
Possibly.
At the time, Jeremiah Graham was expecting a child, so he ordered one of his slaves, a man named Remus, to build a chest for the unborn child. As an aside, some accounts name Jacob Cooley as the slaveholder. For this story, we use the book The Conjured Chest, written by Beverly Main Kunzel, because she's a descendant of the family and grew up with the chest, and she refers to the slaveholder as Jeremiah Graham. Jeremiah wasn't satisfied with the chest, and sadly, he beat Remus to death for not doing a good enough job. In retaliation, the other slaves performed a conjure by spreading an owl's blood inside the drawers, singing a mournful song, and summoning evil. The chest then supposed.
So one thing I find weird about these is singing a mournful song. I mean, you don't think there could be possibly some better description than a mournful song?
I mean, Jesus, half of the music we sing in pubs over here in Ireland is mournful music, but we're not fucking cursed. Like it's all a bit ridiculous.
And as
And,
far
and
as a lady with a woman, or as far as a lady with a wooden chest, that sounds kind of strange.
Yeah. I didn't
imagine
want to
trying
go there. I didn't want to
imagine
go there,
trying
but that
to
was the source of my giggling.
imagine trying to motorboat them.
Yeah, I have a classy way to bring it out without, going overboard.
Whereas I just
Yeah,
go straight, dive straight, and go for the.
yeah. They didn't have motors back then. It was rowing. You had to get.
supposedly
Which
became cursed.
brings new context to the song "Row Row Your Boat,"
Despite not
right?
liking the chest enough to beat Remus to death for unknown reasons, Jeremiah kept the chest.
Is all of the audio?
Jeremiah's wife gave birth to a son,
Yes, this is.
but tragically,
Try
he
it
had
if you
died
want. You can
after
you
his
can you
clothes
can
were
speed it up a
placed in the
little bit.
chest.
Maybe his monotone voice that he
Jeremiah's
uses
brother,
might sound a little bit
Jonathan,
more
also had a
upbeat.
son. Around
That was one thing that I thought about this. We'll pull up the speed a little bit. That was one thing that I was thinking about when I watched 11 minutes of it, of course, and then I wanted to keep the rest for surprise so that it's a natural reaction. But the
Right.
11 minutes that I did watch of it, down goes faster, right? Or up goes faster. I
Up
think
1.5 is faster
1.5. Yeah, 1.5 is usually the good.
because 0.5 is slowing it down, so it's 0.5 of normal speed.
But yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, man, this guy talks so slow and pauses in weird locations
And
for
now
no
you've just
reason.
slowed him down to 0.5.
Oh no.
There we go. It will never end. He talks like
Well, I
William
am
Shatner.
dyslexic. I am dyslexic, so that works out.
He
On
talks
his son's
like
21st
William
birthday, he was
Shatner when
stabbed and
he's
died.
slow.
His clothes had also been put in the chest. The next victims of the chest were John Ryan, an Irish immigrant, and his wife, Catherine. They lived on land that belonged to the Graham family, and they received the chest, which they both used. They lost all their money and became poverty-stricken. Catherine became ill and died. John planned to find work
This
in
was
New
because of the
Orleans,
chest.
but he died in an accident before he could.
Wait, hang on.
The
An
chest was
Irish
passed down
family
through the
went to
family for
America to get the
generations.
chest and then died. Like, loads of Irish people went to America and died because they got sick on the journey because they weren't traveling first class.
Yeah, there was quite a few people. I mean, a lot of them came with dysentery and all kinds of problems.
If
How
they
dare you
even
guys?
survived the trip.
You guys did not know about the great chest.
No, it's not common knowledge in Ireland, no.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter if you came from Ireland. In that day and age, becoming poor and people in your family being ill and passing away was not unusual at all.
It's the reason why families were so large, because you had to have so many kids because the attrition rate of children was just so high.
Apparently, each person who used the chest
Technically, this is not a
died
true
not long
crime.
after using it,
Technically, not a
including
true crime.
babies.
This is a skeptics
The chest
type
eventually
of
ended up with Virginia Carey
thing
Hudson
going on
Cleveland in
here. I guess
Louisville.
you could say.
In 1915, Virginia put her first baby's clothes in the chest.
Yeah, it's more
The
of
baby was born premature
an
on August 8th,
interest.
1915, and he died the same day. The baby
I'm
was the
not
chest's
exactly
12th
how you
victim.
would classify it.
Virginia went on to have another daughter,
Not
also named
necessarily
Virginia,
true
and
crime.
she married a man named William Brisker in 1943. Wilbur died a year
Although it
later
is
at
a
the age of
crime that
31
this
from
guy
complications from an
can
overdose.
that slow and people watch him.
Virginia Cleveland's son, Richard, died in the 1940s after he was stabbed through the hand at school. He had put his clothes in the chest less than a week earlier. Richard was the 16th victim. By this point, Virginia had enough of the chest and its curse. Virginia asked her maid, Sally, how to break the curse. Sally said they needed a dead owl gifted by someone without
Why would Sally
asking
know?
for it. Then they needed it to boil leaves off a willow tree.
And what type of gift is that? Now, a gift of a dead owl that you didn't ask for. I'm not sure what. Maybe I'm just missing something there, but I don't even think that was a common gift back then.
Is that why cats are always bringing home mice and dead little birds to families that they live with? They think they're all cursed.
Oh.
Is that it?
Yeah, they're trying to end the curse, possibly.
This whole time, cats have been trying to save us, and we're over here like, what do you keep bringing this mouse for, man? And it's like, your cursed chest, man. For the cursed chest,
man.
I have a cursed printer. Does that count?
No, that's just a printer that's out of ink.
They're all out
Leaves
of
would have
ink,
to
man.
boil from sun up to sundown. Next, Sally said they needed to put the boiled liquid in a jug and bury it facing east under a flowering bush because the sun rises in the east and the devil hates the light. Virginia remembered her friend brought them a stuffed owl as a gift, which she already had in her home. Her friend had the willow tree, and she plucked 16 leaves. Sally said if they really did manage to break the curse,
I didn't
one of them would
get
die
this caveat.
when the leaves and the lilac bush dropped.
Just pause it for a second. Pause it. She wasn't even sure this would work. This was just like you know what? I saw this happen one time. So maybe, what if it didn't work? What if they would have just pissed off the chest even more and it would have gone like super chest rage and started just like killing people in the like 10-mile radius? Like, how did they know that was gonna work?
Maybe we should
turned
ask
into like
Lisa
one of those
about-
Ghostbuster chests where they where the doors are opening and closing as it's hopping, chasing you.
Maybe we should ask Lisa about cursed chests.
And how are you doing? Oh, I already said hello to Katie said. Sorry.
It's just like a dead owl, 16 willow leaves, sun rises in the east because that's where the devil lives. And hey,
And it has to be a willow tree. has to be a willow tree that's grown by a friend. Which, you know, if you understand willow trees take some time to grow, that
What are you trying to
it's
say,
just
huh?
wow.
You're trying to say that
A
the friend
supernatural
didn't.
friend.
Are you trying to say that friend didn't grow that willow tree, huh? Is that what you're trying to say?
You know,
We're gonna have
there's
to
a
be
possibility that that friend
citation
didn't grow it.
needed.
Sally had a heart attack, recovered, and then died in September 1946, which is when the lilac leaves had fallen. Beverly Mae Kienzle
Actual
grew up
footage.
with a conjured chest in a room
I guess it
upstairs.
didn't work.
Her mother told her not
And
to
hey,
leave
look,
doors
she
with
turned
chests.
into a black woman.
When Beverly asked her mother why, she said, "It's only for people who have died."
Another thing that's strange with a lot of these superstitions is you find that there's constantly a need to have some sort of, you know, if you hold your tongue this way while drinking a glass of water or while touching the center of the drawer, you end up cursed. But other than that, you're fine. That I don't get. I mean, if you're gonna do a curse, wouldn't you want to make it, you know, a solid curse that doesn't require any type of hoops or hurdles to jump over?
That would require curses to actually be real.
Yes.
I'm just yeah. I mean, right? I mean, why would you want to give somebody a loophole, right? Like, oh, I got you with my curse. Oh, did you read the fine print? You did. Oh crap! They know the loophole.
Yes, Lisa, your chest is cursed. How do we sort it out?
So, if we know that your chest is cursed, is it wooden?
Come on.
And what sort? What is it?
Anymore. They make it out of aluminum foil.
Moved into this house in 1960. The chest came
A
with her
fair
from
day
Kentucky to
desk.
Maryland. When Beverly married her husband, her family offered her some furniture. Beverly refused to take the chest. Her mom kept it and retired to Florida. It was eventually given to the Kentucky Historical Society in 1976. In the book,
Florida,
The Conjured
man.
Chest, A Cursed Family in Old Kentucky, Beverly wrote their descendants died because of slave owners' violent hatred.
Is this
She
why
wrote the beauty
Florida
of a
people are
magnificent
so
object,
stupid and
fashioned
always getting
skillfully under
arrested?
cruel compulsion, contrast poignantly with the
It has
atrocities
to
and
be
injustice
something to
of
do with the
slavery and the
sun.
suffering of innocent victims. Number 2.
Their
Rudolph
heads are
Valentino's ring.
fried.
Rudolph
His
Valentino
ring.
was an actor with volatile luck.
Which
He grew up
sort
in
of
Italy,
ring?
moved to Paris in 1912 when he was 17.
Yeah, I don't know if
He couldn't
the
find work,
images
though.
they're
He ended up
using
begging on
are
the streets for money.
actual images of the cursed
He went to New
items,
York
or
City
if
the
they're
following year,
just
where he
stock
landed menial
images
jobs.
that somebody threw in
He
there.
eventually
They
got a
seem to
job
be
as a nightclub
stock
dancer.
images.
He then relocated to San Francisco,
I will
California for
say
his
that
dancing
if he
career.
was throwing them in there
He
for
made his way to Hollywood
illustration,
in
he did a
1917.
good job.
He got the attention of screenwriter Gene Mathis. He got his breakout role playing Julio in Four Horsemen of
If
the
Lisa's
Apocalypse
chest
in
is cursed, my
1921.
ring is also cursed, especially
Afterward, he
after I eat
starred in a
enough
few romantic dramas
curry.
and earned the nickname The Great Lover. One day, in the prime of his career, Valentino was in a jewelry shop, and he came across a silver ring with a semi-precious stone. The shopkeeper didn't want to sell the ring because he said it was cursed and had killed its previous owners. The shopkeeper called it the Ring of Destiny.
Then
It was a
why
silver
did he
ring with a
have it
tiger's
on
eye in the center.
display?
Nevertheless, Valentino managed to convince the shopkeeper to sell it to him.
Oh yes, that's. I mean, not really. You know. Sorry,
I know.
That was
I know,
just good enough to stop it.
I'll just have this shop here and I'll put items up that I can't sell anybody because they're all cursed. That's a great business model.
Come to the everything's cursed half off sale.
Then, after a long, successful career, things started to go wrong for Valentino. In 1922, he wore the ring on the set while filming The Young Raja, a silent black and white film about a farmer who learns he's a prince in India and returns to reclaim his throne. The film was a total flop. In 1926, Valentino starred in the silent romantic drama The Son of the Sheik. He was wearing the ring at his hotel during the premiere, then his gut started to hurt, so he went to the hospital. Doctors discovered his stomach was full of ulcers. He died a week later, on August 23, 1926, from a
Probably
ruptured ulcer at the age of 31.
No,
Around
it was a
100,000
ring.
people were outside the funeral home at his service.
Was
Several women
he
killed themselves
licking
over
his
his
ring
death.
all the time?
I
He was
guess
buried at the Hollywood
maybe,
Forever
you know.
Cemetery. Some visitors have said they have seen his ghost.
No.
The ring was then given to his partner, Hula Negri. She held her own as a silent film
Why?
star.
They killed him.
Just like Valentino, she became somewhat of a sex symbol for her roles as femme fatales. As soon as she got a hold of the ring, she became ill. Then she passed the ring along to the next victim, Russ Colombo. Colombo was an actor and singer. On September 3rd, 1834, Colombo was at the home of his best friend, a portrait photographer named Lansing Brown. Brown would show Colombo a pistol when he dropped the lit match on the cap, which fired the...
Yes, it seems like the ring just... But, is it really, though? Because wouldn't you have to say that somebody possibly owns that ring today?
That's what I'm saying.
No, because they're not allowed to buy it from jewelry stores despite the fact it's on display. Didn't you hear the man?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's one of the ones that just, it's like, and now the next victim, it's like, didn't they know it was the ring by this time? Like, geez, they keep cutting on the ring, the people keep dying. or and maybe it's just me, maybe they have the ring for as long as they, like last, their life lasts, and maybe it wasn't necessarily the ring, but old age that got them. But I'm talking crazy, I don't know.
Pistol. The bullet hit a wind dresser, ricocheted, and hit Colombo above the eye. He was
Ouch.
taken to the hospital, but died before his operation. He was 26 years old.
Sorry,
The
but
photographer
did
was
that
questioned by the
man
police
have the
for clear
firing
responsibility.
pin of the pistol
Brown
right
was
beside
devastated by
his
the
eye?
accidental kill.
Oh no, I believe they're talking about a charged pistol where the match would ignite the charge, and
Yeah, a flash in the
it
pan.
fired it towards a mirror, which
Like,
there
the
were
picture they
metal
used, they made it-
mirrors.
yeah, but I mean, the picture they used indicated that he had his eye really close up to the pistol.
Oh
Who
yeah,
does that?
yeah, like he was trying to shoot the mirror from a couple of feet away.
Well,
He was
it must have
blind
been
because he
frustrating.
had a cursed ring.
It must not. I mean, it must have been frustrating trying to like match that gun. Like just like when you ever try to light something with a match and you're like
Right, that he was able to drop it. It was able to stay ignited long enough to strike the charge, and it would have to actually fall pretty accurate to strike the charge.
Hey, GMK
I
Woodward,
wonder
it's
if
not
in-
the cigarettes. Cigarettes were healthy back then.
It's not like he would be the first actor to cold
Let's not go
themselves.
into that. That sort of thing happened all too recently.
Right?
Killing for the rest of his life. The ring somehow got into the hands of Colombo's friend, Joe Casino. Casino was an entertainer. He kept the ring under glass for months, wondering whether he should wear it. He eventually wore it, and then he was hit and killed by a truck. Joe's brother Dell then became the owner of the ring.
Looked like an
A
international.
burglar named James Willis tried to steal the ring. Willis set off an alarm during the break-in, and the police shot him
He
dead.
could have been hit. He would have been hit by
Developing
the
this ring
truck
was allegedly
anyway.
in his pocket.
Oh, it's guarantee curse. Wait, it's a guarantee curse. I'm sorry, I take all of that back. The police, he robbed the guy's house and had the ring in his pocket, and the police shot him. It's guaranteed curse because that never ever happens.
No, because police aren't allowed to arrest you. Just ask Chili the fuckwit. I mean,
Right.
constitutional law scholar.
Oh no, we've gone full circle. The ring is cursed me now.
Now you would think that the finger in the pocket might cause it, but a ring in the pocket, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Why would you have it
If
in
your
your
ring,
pocket?
if your ring is in your pocket, you're having bigger troubles than getting shot by the police.
Because that's a ring you display, but can't sell.
Oh yeah,
So you guys know.
yeah. Or
Well, depending on
display
the
but
state.
can't wear. And bought so that you can display it and not wear it.
Now does everybody understand why we can't get past 11 minutes on this?
Oh shit! I just realized it's
The
2
next ring
hours
holder was Jack
long.
Dodd,
What the
an actor who was supposed to play Valentino in a biopic. But he contracted a blood disease and died before filming started.
Oh come on! It was so that I could keep the
No one knows exactly where the ring is now.
original
It's rumored to be in safety deposit
reaction.
box
That's what it
in Los
was.
Angeles, California. Number 1, the Cursing Stone.
The cursing stone.
With a name like the Cursing Stone, it's no
Come up with
surprise
some
that this branded
original
artwork
names,
is
guys.
blamed for misfortune. In 1525, Gavin Dunbar, the Archbishop of Glasgow, Scotland, placed a curse on a group of raiders called the Border Reavers. Dunbar cursed them because the Reavers people lived in a lawless land between Scotland and England. They would pillage and rob the district. The curse is 1,069 words. Here's just a small sample. I
Yeah,
curse them
but that
going, and I
happened
curse them
during the
riding, I
Roman
curse them
times
standing, I
too.
curse them
words.
sitting. I curse them eating, and I curse them drinking. I curse them riding, and I curse them lying. I curse them at home, I curse them away from home. I curse them within the house, I curse them outside the house. I curse their wives, their children, and their servants who participate in their deeds. I bring ill wishes upon their crops, their cattle, their wool, their sheep, their horses, their swine, their geese, their hens, and all their livestock. I bring ill wishes upon their halls, their chambers, their kitchens, their stations, their barns, their cowsheds, their barnyards, their cabbage patches, their plows, their harrows,
Oh
and the
no,
goods
they're
and the
cabbage
houses that are
patches.
necessary for sustenance and welfare.
I'm sorry, I have to tell you that unfortunately you might end up getting a terms of service violation on this. There's
It's
a lot
fine.
of cursing going on.
It's cool.
The curse was read aloud in every
It's
pulpit.
just like
However, the Reaver people,
just nonsense of this. I mean, the language he would have written wasn't in English, so curse would have changed its meaning over hundreds and hundreds of years. There were people pillaging in the borders of England and Scotland when the Romans went there.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yes, Professor,
like,
thanks for stopping by.
Hello, Professor Crack.
were not intimidated, and they did not stop.
Professor
pillaging.
Crack is hiding the ring.
In 1603, James VI of Scotland was crowned James I of England and King of Ireland. It was a union that united the areas, and a new law was imposed so that the Reavers could not have free reign. Even though the Reavers laughed at the curse, some people believe that the curse left a permanent mark on the area. Fast forward several centuries to 2001,
Gosh, this guy needs
artist
to
Gordon
learn
Young was
cinnamon
commissioned by the city of
That's another one. Fast forward several centuries. Well, why do these things always have these huge gaps? You would think there would be a little more consistency if it was a curse.
Hey, you gotta have breaks in between your curses, or else it just it loses all its power. When you just curse all the time, it just becomes regular, right? It's gotta be special.
Yeah, people get used to it too quickly. You have to hold up and reload and then go shooting in and kill modern people. And just I curse you again. Arr!
England to create the Millennium Project.
You remember me? I'm the curse.
He inscribed Dunbar's curse in a 14-ton granite boulder with a long path with the names of the Reaver families. Young's ancestors were Reaver people, and he said that the project would scrub out the evils the families committed. The boulder was placed in an underground walkway connecting a museum and a castle. It was supposed to be a cultural link between the two sites, but some people say it's cursed the city. Even before its installation, people were worried it would draw devil worshippers. People blamed the cursed boulder for an outbreak of foot-and-mouth disease. After its installation, some people believe that the curse was resurrected. In 2005, a flood killed 3 people and damaged 100,000 homes. A couple weeks later, a fire damaged a factory, putting 200 people's jobs in jeopardy. The cursing stone is playing for the Carlisle United soccer team, losing its rank, and was relegated to a lower rank in its division.
Oh.
Some people want the artwork.
That's because they didn't get good enough players. I mean, just come on. So when Manchester United goes and gets relegated to other matches, is this also because of this magical cursed stone?
I guess so. It sounds like it.
There we have it. There's our link.
You get the Dr. Zeus of curses to curse your stone.
Just like what?
Just
mom. Is that why?
Carlisle even backed up other Christians who thought that the cursed stone brought back an evil force. But the city council rejected the motion in spring 2005. The cursing stone is still set up in the underpass today.
Now, I actually can say that there is a curse to that stone, just like the other one. There is most certainly a curse to that one. If you sat there and read if you sat there and read all 1,000 plus words on that stone, which looked like they were kind of hard to read across that type of surface, you're definitely cursed.
Some of it was in Latin and Middle
You're
English.
Definitely cursed. If you sat there and read all that, you're cursed.
Hey, hey, a new original title: 3 Deadly Curses.
That's pretty good. That should be a band name. 3 Deadly Curses.
A boy band name.
it's just, I mean, the ridiculousness of it all. It's just, how can you believe in any of it?
Yeah,
That
It's
would
like
feel weird.
that's a,
it's
that's where
like
I'm
it's
at with
like
that.
the it's like the 5G idiots over here who think 5G is being broadcast as a weapon from light bulbs and the street lamps.
Yeah, that
But
5G thing. It actually, what it goes there, that does link to. There was this German study which showed that there were certain emotional changes between people that were exposed to anywhere from 5 to 8 gigahertz of energy, but the 5G isn't that much. It's not 5 gigahertz. It's fifth generation.
Yeah,
5G is all it means. It doesn't mean 5 gigahertz.
I'm the 5th generation in my family that I know about. Does that mean that I'm an evil weapon?
But my 10G that my penguin operates on, that is most certainly an evil weapon.
Number 3, Christopher Case.
Oh, it's
In April 1991, life was good for Christopher Case. The 35-year-old managed artist at a music company in Seattle, Washington. He was successful at work, had good friends, and didn't have any known enemies. But things took a bizarre turn after Case visited San Francisco. On April 11th, Case visited the California city on business. He met a woman who shared his love of ancient music. They had dinner together. At some point during the night, the woman tried to seduce
sounds like a
Case,
nice date.
but he wasn't
Wait,
interested.
hang on.
The
Ancient
woman told
music
Case
is
that she was a witch
vinyl
and
now,
would
is
curse
it?
him.
Yeah, that's
What's
pretty
that ancient music on vinyl?
Is ancient music now vinyl records? I mean, we're not that old, are we?
Well, they are starting to call music that we remember the day it came out. We may have even went to concert of that song, and they're now calling them classics.
I'm not that old, am I? Please say I'm not.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh,
She said,
Christ.
"You'll be sorry. Most likely be dead."
As long as I can make somebody else feel
Case found
old,
nothing
I
of what the
feel
woman said
good.
and returned home to Seattle. That's when weird
Thanks.
things started happening. Case heard whispers, saw shadows, woke up in the night, feeling like hands were choking him. He even woke up with cuts and blood on his hands. Case thought that the witch was attacking him in his sleep. On April 14th, Case told friends that he was worried that the curse was real. Sammy Souter was one of the friends Case spoke with. Souter was a psychic and a teacher. Case left her a message saying, "They're after me. I'm very, very afraid. Extremely afraid.
They're
I could die
after
from
me."
this." They had been friends for about a
She
decade.
was a psychic.
Souter knew Case to be healthy,
And a
stable,
teacher.
and someone who didn't believe in witchcraft. She told Case to get help. Case went to a bookstore looking for advice on
And it looks
witchcraft.
like she shaved her eyebrows completely off.
A few days later,
If
Souter
only
asked
we
her
had
if
James
she was
Randi
worried.
here.
She called the police, asking for a welfare check. Police officers visited Case's apartment a couple times, but there was no response. The door was locked, and they couldn't get into the apartment. It's unclear what day they visited. What is known is that the police visited Case's apartment at some point on April 18th. This time, his door was unlocked. Police found Case's dead body in the bathtub.
Oh,
He was wearing his clothes, and there was no water in the bathtub. Allegedly, police found Case in a prayer position. There were no signs of violence, foul play, or robbery. The police found 10 candles that nearly completely burned. They also found several crucifixes. There were several piles of kosher salt along the base of the walls throughout his apartment. There were also piles of salt in the corners of the walls and on the porch. Piles of salt are usually part of rituals to ward off evil forces. The police found letters Case had written. They contained similar things to what Case had told
maybe
his
she
friends.
killed
That
him.
witch cursed him, and he was experiencing strange things in his apartment. An autopsy showed that
The
Case died of
ritual went wrong.
myocarditis, which is an inflammation of the
Why
heart
are they
muscle.
picking up the
caused
paper after
Case's heart
they've
to stop
lifted it
beating.
with tweezers?
Exactly what caused myocarditis remains a mystery. But
Forensics.
it's apparent that Christopher Case really believed that he was cursed by a witch. Number 2, the Jake Bird hex.
That one was pretty boring.
Tacoma, Washington is about 35 miles south of Seattle.
It didn't make any sense.
In 1947,
No, it's just kind of. I mean, I guess if you went and found out the information, maybe it'd be a little more clear. But it just seemed like somebody did a weird ritual and was found
Yeah, it's like,
That
in
there-
not such
there-
good shape.
There
like you get
is
the
such a
headline,
thing.
right?
There is such a thing as sudden adult death syndrome, It doesn't just happen to children, it happens to people too. You just drop dead. This
Now,
can happen.
now you guys realize we can't all talk at once, right?
Why
Nah,
not?
I like to talk when everybody else is talking. It's more natural that way.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm hearing an echo and everything else, so I'm talking to myself. I'm good.
Yeah, the echo is kind of, but it's not that bad, really. Yeah, but it does kind of, it
Look,
makes it
you
sometimes
guys,
hard to say what you want to say because it comes back at you and
look,
you start stumbling and stuttering a little bit.
you don't have to spare my feelings. Okay, you don't have to spare my feelings. I'm an asshole. I get it. It's fine. Just talk, and I'll shut the fuck up. Okay.
No, I'm just, I don't know. I was just being silly.
Population of
I think I've done that on other people's stream, catch people when they're talking over each other. It's not like I am actually saying that you guys are interrupting each other. It's just inside I
No, it's
find it
fun.
hilarious.
It just kind
It's
of
fun.
happens because we're so far apart from each other. There is sort of a delay, and then you've got the echo going on for me hearing myself talking back to myself, and I'm trying not to listen to that. And then other people are talking, so I'm obviously ignoring them too. And the
I'm
delay.
I'm just having fun with this guy, man. This guy's like everything's cursed. I don't need details on how people die. Just tell me what was the ritual because I know that was a curse, and I'm just like, what
Yeah, he doesn't give any details, just starts talking and says it's a curse.
the.
the city was around
Oh, what other
140,000.
reason could there be?
52-year-old Bertha Clyde lived there with her 17-year-old daughter, Beverly June Clyde. Beverly had just graduated from high school. Bertha was a baker. Bertha's husband, Edward, had died 7 years earlier. On
Cool.
October 29th, 1947, Beverly came home from a prayer meeting at about 10 p.m. At around 2:30 a.m., neighbors heard screams coming from the Clyde house. They called the police. When they drove up, they saw a man walking out of the Clyde's home. He was holding a knife in his shoes. He ran away and dropped a purse. The police chased him through an alley. Two officers caught up to him, and the man stabbed them both. Eventually, the police got the man and arrested him. They noticed that he had blood and brain tissue on his pants. The police went to the home of Bertha and Beverly. They found Beverly's body between the doorway of the kitchen and the dining room. She was lying on her face in a pool of blood. Police found an axe on the kitchen floor. They found Bertha's body in her bedroom, which was adjacent to the kitchen. Her body was so bloody they couldn't see most of her wounds. Her head was nearly severed. Based on the position of her body, the police believe she was sexually assaulted and then murdered. The man the police arrested was identified as 45-year-old Jake Bird. Before he left the scene, the police asked Bird what had happened. Bird said that he didn't commit the murders. Instead, he said his
Rumper.
friend Leroy murdered Bertha and Beverly. The police didn't believe Bird. He was brought to jail. Bird
Always
eventually
thought
confessed to the murders
rompers
of
were
Bertha and
like
Beverly Clyde.
pajamas.
Bird said he only intended on robbing them.
Yeah, we call them onesies
Before he
over
entered their
here.
home, he grabbed an axe from their shed. He took off his shoes so he could sneak into their house quietly. He entered their house through an unlocked back door. He snuck into Bertha's bedroom while she was sleeping and stole her purse. But she woke up and tried to stop him. Bird said he tried to rape her. Bertha put up a fight and he panicked, so he hit her in the head with an axe. Bertha screamed. Bird then struck Bertha several more times with the axe. Beverly ran from the upstairs bedroom to the kitchen, and Bird attacked her
So
with the
now a
axe.
standard
She
crime
died
is
in the
a
doorway of the
curse
kitchen.
somehow?
How exactly is this
cuts or
supernatural? I mean,
He then dropped the axe, left the home, and ran from the police.
I,
He had a
this
knife
is
on
the
him,
last
which he
story
used
that
to
I had
stab the
heard
two police
myself.
officers.
This is why I was cracking up. Maybe you guys thought I was laughing because the lady got killed or whatever. Tom, I feel so bad for that. But I was cracking up. Is that's exactly where I was. I was like, it, didn't he say that he didn't do it, and now he's saying how he did do it? And
like
but
I've
that's just
I've seen cases like this on the casual criminalist, and it's just like, okay, yeah, where's the supernatural in this? I mean, where's the paranormal? A guy
Yeah,
killed
I
two
just don't
people.
see it. The guy broke in and killed somebody, and
I mean, was
it's
it
a
a guy
curse. I'm
who
confused.
was it the dead body of her husband that died 7 years ago or something? I mean,
Mhm.
what? Was it
Mhm.
Jesus?
Right?
right. Oh jeez.
Bird was charged with first-degree
Oh my
murder for the killing
goodness.
of Bertha Clyde. If he wasn't convicted of Bertha's murder, he would have been charged with Beverly Clyde's murder. Bird's trial started on November 24th and it lasted 3 days. He had pleaded not guilty. The jury found Bird guilty of first-degree murder. Bird then confessed that he was involved in many other murders. He said he could clear out 44 murders from across the country. He wanted to share this information with the investigators in exchange for a life sentence instead of being executed. The district attorney didn't agree to give him a life sentence, but they did agree to delay his sentencing
So he
hearing
had good
to
luck.
hear what Bird had to say. Bird then confessed to dozens of murders.
Yeah,
The police were
Katie
able to
said
confirm 11
this.
of the
This
murders.
is definitely
It's
true
unclear
crime.
exactly
This
who
is
all the
not
victims were.
paranormal.
What is known?
Yeah, this is more on the true crime type thing, but he's speaking
Yeah.
like it's paranormal, or maybe that's just his speaking pattern, which I guess I can't make fun of people's speaking pattern, you know, being a robot penguin.
He is a bit
No.
monotonous and boring.
Yeah, and I don't. And the thing is that I don't know if he's trying to do that for effect, because it's like I've seen a lot of these. I've seen a lot of these channels where they tell these, like, spooky stories or whatever, and they try to have that, like, spooky, voice or whatever. But it kind of sounds like he's trying to do that, but he's getting more of like a. He's like in between Moist Critical and who there's this other guy that sounds like that too, that they say he sounds like
I mean,
Moist Critical. What's his-
William Shatner acts better than this.
I don't know about that.
They committed 3 murders in Omaha, Nebraska, in November 1928, 3 in South Bend, Indiana, in September 1942, 1 in Ogden, Utah, on October 3rd, 1947, 1 in Highland Park, Illinois, on June 24th, 1942, and Bertha in Beverly Clut. Bird killed many of his victims with an axe.
Oh,
While the police were
so he
investigating
was
Bird's
quite
confessions,
used to
he
doing
appealed
this
his
type of
conviction
thing.
because he wanted a new trial. His
So
request
was he
denied.
cursed? Is that what they're
After his
suggesting? Is
sentencing
that
hearing
he
in December
himself was the
1947,
cursed
Judge E.D.
object?
Hodge sentenced
I
Bird.
I
mean,
think that
whenever he
was cursed.
whenever he holds an axe, he gets cursed
Yeah.
by it.
Oh,
He's got chemistry curse. His curse comes with he has to have an axe in his hand. If he doesn't have an axe, then he's not cursed. So
If
when
he
has an
touches
axe,
wood,
gets
he
cursed.
turns into an axe murderer.
Oh my
oh,
god!
so it's one of those that you have to jump through some loopholes again. I get it.
He then asked Bird for a comment. Bird said that the people who had anything to do with his case would die before him. This became known as the Jake Bird hex. 1 month after his sentencing, Judge Hodge died of a heart attack. He was in excellent health up to his death. In January 1948, Under Sheriff Joe Carpack interrogated Bird about some unsolved murders.
Yeah,
April 1948,
usually you're
he
in
died of a heart
excellent
attack.
health up until your death,
January.
or
Yeah, no,
your
well,
health definitely takes a turn.
unless you're me, in which case I'm in excellent health after my death. I was in terrible health before I died. Now I'm in perfect health.
Clerk Ray Scott also died of a heart attack. He had missed a day of work because of illness in the 5 years he worked as a court clerk.
That's not a curse.
On September 28, 1948,
No.
Detective Lyons died of a heart attack too.
That's people dying
James
because it was a long time ago
asked
and
to be taken
life
off for his
expectancy was really
But he was ordered to
short.
finish the trial. Seldom made it known that he was only defending Bird because he had to.
But yes,
died
I
of a heart
totally
attack in
agree. I
November
mean, this is
1948.
not a
Yeah,
curse. It's
Arthur A's daughter was a correctional officer who retired shortly after Bird's sentencing. He died on April 27, 1949.
a
It's unknown how he
sickness.
died, but
Yes,
some people say it was
curse.
from a heart attack.
No.
47-year-old Jake Bird was hanged on July 15, 1949. There was
Like,
one more
how old
tragedy
were these
seemingly
people?
connected to the hex after Bird's execution.
What was that, Dr.
What?
Nimrod?
How old
What did
were
you
these
say?
people? How old were these people? I mean, surely these people would have been old and probably working in stressful jobs for an awfully long time. It would put an awful stress on their hearts and other illnesses as well. I mean, this is not anything of a curse.
It doesn't seem like the content creator here is really concerned with finding out any of the ins and outs about it. He's just kind of
Any of
Put
the
some
actual
stuff up there.
facts.
yeah.
You know what? I think he's
Months
cursed.
after-
He's
That's why all
cursed.
That's why all these people died, because he wanted to make a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
He-
Yeah.
The curse that nobody will ever be able to finish his 2-hour video.
No, because it's so damn ridiculous. How the hell can you get through 5 minutes of it? I mean, come on.
We've
And
managed
that's
to
the
make
loophole for
25
this.
minutes of it, but we've also been kind of chatting along and
We've
whatnot.
been going for an hour and we've played 25 minutes of a video.
He was executed.
And I'm not gonna lie.
47-year-old
I'm not
Helen
gonna lie.
Osborne
I'm like 5 minutes
was
away
found
from
dead in a
quitting.
cabin.
Oh yeah, that's fine. We can stop playing the video at any time you wish. I'm just running it through because you wanted to play it.
Rome, Minnesota.
We could be here on a 7-hour stream, one of those sovereign soul type crazy
Oh no, not
marathon
him.
streams for no reason whatsoever.
Hey, it makes more sense than the stuff DUI Dave comes up with.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
far you
geez.
guys haven't tried to prove to me that you're a chicken yet, so we're doing good.
No, because I'm
Now,
a turkey.
don't say that I haven't, because I have. You just haven't noticed it.
Oh, okay.
She had been hacked to death with a hatchet. Her husband, 58-year-old Lloyd Osborne, was found dead, sitting behind a desk in the same room. On the desk was a
He was
handwritten
found
note.
dead like that? That's a weird
Lloyd
way
wrote
to
he had a
die,
nightmare
with your
about
arms
Jake Bird.
crossed.
He didn't realize what he had done to Helen. He decided that killing himself was the easy way out. That there was a connection between
There's no
Bird and the
easy way out.
Osbornes, besides Lloyd's dream, it has never been made public. Their death seemed to be the end of the Jake Bird hacks.
Yay,
And on
saved
that
by a
note,
commercial.
yeah, I think we're gonna call that. We're gonna call that the end of our curse. Because
Number 1, First Power Rangers.
Oh, the cursed Power Ranger. This is Chili
You
de
want to go ahead and
Castro.
call this on the Power Ranger thing here?
Yeah,
This one has to be about
save
Chili
that.
de Castro.
We'll save it for the next one. Oh my gosh! Whoa,
That
was
works.
brutal, guys.
That works.
That was brutal.
And of course, I think you have to pull it down as well.
I do.
Oh wait, I can
Oh,
actually
right,
do
I
that.
do.
Well, people can tech.
Whoa! I didn't give Z none of those controls. Hey, how you doing that, man? Did you just curse my curse stream about curses?
Oh no, the closing of the stream and the opening of the closing of it and opening of it and playing and stopping of it, I can control, but I can't bring it up for presentation. You have to do that on your end. I mean, I could just run it through my OBS, and I mean, that's one of the great things about OBS is you can quite literally take over a stream and show what you want and everything,
Cool. Well, at least the one thing I know you can't do, you can't make wooden chests that are cursed. That's for sure.
Now,
Unless they're
how do you know
female
that?
wooden chest.
Now, how do you know he doesn't, Jerry?
That was just my transition to. Remember, you guys, October is Breast Cancer Month. Go hug a breast. I don't know what are you doing on Breast Month?
You're just trying to make an excuse to go hug a breast. We know that.
Yeah.
That's not just the female versions. The male versions also need to be checked out because breast cancer is also a male illness.
I'll thank Dr. Dimram for bringing that up.
It is good that you brought that up because a lot of people only think about it as a female illness. They don't ever associate it with men also.
Nope. It happens.
Thanks, guys.
It doesn't happen as regularly with men, but it happens. It happens.
And you can't say that this life didn't get informative somewhere along the way, because it did. But thanks, guys. Thanks for showing up, man. Hopefully we can do this again. Maybe next Monday. It seems like that's gonna be my regular day off now. But if I don't know, I'm gonna try. I want to do stuff on the weekends, but like now that I'm working, it's like I want to do other things that are not on the computer on the weekend. So we'll see.
Well, we do have a 2.5-hour video, which we only watched 25 minutes of to finish. So we might get that done by this time next year.
I hope not.
That's funny. That's funny. You drug us up here, and then you're all, I hope not.
You're all cursed. All of you are cursed now.
Not me. I'm Irish. We don't do cursing like that. We do it in a different way.
I love it. I've been having so much fun today. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for going out. Everybody, thank you. Just thank you for coming, man. You guys like and share whatever, do whatever you want with this. I'm just having so much fun. I just wanted to do this with my two favorite guys right now. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you maybe next Monday.
As always, remember, you don't have to be wise. Just don't
follow
submit
what
to
my hat
stupid.
says. No, Lisa, I will not reverse your curse. Goodbye.
Bye. You gotta push